kitchen garden allotments.
Hi guys, and welcome back to Dan's Kitchen Garden Allotment. We have another Vlogmas video for you. So today what we're going to be doing is we're going to be making our very own outdoor Christmas wreath. So let's get this video started. Just before it starts, if you're not subscribed to the channel, it's much appreciated if you go along and hit that subscribe button to come along and join the family. So then let's get this video started. So then, what I'm going to do is talk you through the bits that you need to make your own Christmas door wreath. The first thing is a wire. These are door wreath wires. You can find them on eBay for about £2. So absolutely brilliant. This is a 10-inch one, and this will do our front door perfect. I believe you can go all the way up to about an 18-inch one if you acquire a bigger one for your front door. So that's one thing I need. The other thing is a pair of secateurs. These come from the allotment, so that's the other thing. Also, going around your local area looking for bits of Christmas tree, holly, and all the other different bits and pieces as well. And I've got a bag full there, so that should be plenty for 2 of them. Another thing you need is some wire. Some good old wire. You don't want the wire too thick. You want it a good enough size that you can bend it around and do bits and pieces with it. So that will be another part we will need. Most important thing is when you're handling holly or when you're anything prickly, is always make sure that you've got a pair of gloves. So the first stage is to sort out this bag to find out what sort of holly, berries and bits of Christmas tree that we have first. So the first thing is to stick the gloves on. If you just realised how I turned the camera on then, you will be laughing. Once you got the gloves, you can't use the touch screen on the camera. So we'll just open up the bag first. Just move the wire out to the side. And this bag of goodies, I managed down the road, they've got a big wild Christmas tree. So I managed to pinch some of this. And if you do this, just remember, if you go onto anyone's land, just make sure that you ask if you can snip a little bit off, or if it's on a public path and it's hanging over, you can technically just snip it off. There we are, I've got my own little Christmas tree. So let's get through this bag. Got loads and loads of different holly. I was trying to beat the birds and find holly with berries still on. I got a few pieces. I will just move them to the back, and the stuff what hasn't got berries on, I'll just put into a different pile. So it's all starting to feel a little bit like Christmas. Just move these around. So basically this come from the park. It has some little berries on it. I'm not too sure if I'm going to use this bit yet, but it's always good to have the two different types of Christmas tree in the pile. So I've just got a few of them. Got no room. Just hope the wife don't come down from upstairs. Quite a bit of tree because they do need pushing out a lot as well. And quite a bit of holly. I even picked up a few of these with little berries on, just to give it a little bit more colour. So then guys, I'm going to continue sorting this out and I'll bring you back in a second. So then guys, I have continued a little bit and done a little bit more, and this is how far I've got. so far. I've just got this little bit here to finish off, and I was going to bring you along with me to show you how to do it and how to attach the little bits and pieces together. Yes, it is a little bit fiddly, it is a pain in the bum. Sometimes you are getting prickled by the holly and bits and pieces. So then, what I'm going to do is change the camera angle and so you guys can see. So let's go. So then, the way we do these bundles is we normally take a selection of, just say, like the top of the Christmas tree here. We've got some of this other like sort of Christmas tree stuff here, and we just put them into a smallish pile. Grab the dreaded holly. Don't know how many times I've been prickled by that today. So there you have just a small little pile of bits and pieces. What you want to do now is cut a little bit of wire that size, about that size, and then just bundle them all together in a way that you think looks nice and pretty. I always try and keep the berries out the front. What I do is very painfully, grab the wire, try and put it as tight as you can around the bottom of the stems, because you want to keep them together and you don't want them falling apart. So that is now done. You've got one little shrubbery there. As you can see, the little holly just fell out. Just thread it back in there. It's not going to do any harm. I'll bring the wreath over now. And the way this works on the wreath is you just offer it up to here, and then with them cables, them 2 bits of wire you've left, all I'm going to do here is just go over once, because there's a little bit of excess wire. And then just thread it around like that. If you can, try and just move bits around and spread the load out so it looks a little bit more presentable. So as you can see, I've got 2 more little bits to make. So the same again, just look for bits of Christmas tree. So really all you're looking for is the different types of green, and the red just gives it that little bit extra pop. Just makes it look a little bit more festive, that red. Who's to say in, say, a week or 2, them berries might fall off, but I used to get told a long time ago by my nan, see a lot of berries around, it means that we might have snow at Christmas. For a lot of us, that's true. But for us, sometimes we don't receive a lot of snow at Christmas. And that's what happens. So we just go around, trying to interlock them as tight as possible together. Yeah. And bring your wreath back over. And try and add them into the wreath. just like that. You might think, oh, you got a hole there. When you're doing these and you come to the end, you want to lift up that bottom leaf and then get one fitted in here. So I'm just going to make up the last one now. When I can find my secateurs. The only problem is when you do your own, is by the end of the week you have hundreds of orders. That's what normally happens with me. So with this one you want to leave quite a bit of stem because it's going underneath. You just want to hold it in a bunch with the stem at the bottom. I've got to get my wire cut. Don't use the secateurs for the wire. I am, because of I'm gonna get some new ones next year, so I'm not too concerned about the condition of the blade. As you can see, once you put it all in, the most important bit is the holly. It decides to fall out. I've seen people do reefs with baubles, put a load of baubles over them, but I just like the old traditional way of doing them, and that is this way. Right, next step, we just lift these leaves up here, feed it underneath, try and find the cable without getting prickled. And then just loop it around. Just like that. So what I'm going to do now is tidy up all this foliage and then I'll bring you back. So then, I've just looked in the Christmas box. Unfortunately, we haven't got no Christmas ribbon, so I need to go out and buy some Christmas ribbon so I can put a bow on. So that is basically it. It's all set up. All you need to do now is just get your secateurs and just go around clipping any little bits and pieces you don't want. Also, you can add your little decorations. So we've got some little birdies and bits and pieces what we just add on to here. And Mr. Robin, what normally sits down here, just like that. So that's how you make a Christmas reef. So I hope you all enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button to come along and join the family. Until the next video, guys, I'll catch you in the next one.